YouTube viewers, Rectangular back, this time with another review. Here we have some custom head casts that I got from my friend Dave Castle over at StarWarsGeek.net. I will put links in the description below to all the places where you can get these and all of his fine work. He's been in the community for a number of years now, very well known for creating high quality casts for Star Wars and DC and Marvel, both in 3 3/4 inch and 6-inch scale. So definitely check out his work, and I'm also going to put a link to John Papasergio's custom channel or custom page on Facebook. He is the one who initially created the heads and then Dave Castle cast them. So so far, just as you can see, they come very nicely packaged, very professional, and I'm going to be giving away the 4-pack there in the middle. Obviously they're going to be opened because I have to open them to review them, but I got an extra Osborn head for myself there on the right, but the 4-pack is going to be given away. Going to have a very simple contest / giveaway on my channel, so stay tuned to the end of the review for that. And let's get them out of the package and get a closer look. The first headcast in the set is Yoda, and this is a 6-inch scale. All of these are 6-inch scale. This can be used with your Star Wars Black Series Yoda. The original head came from a candy dispenser. I don't think it was from a Pez. I think it was some other sort of candy dispenser. And I think Marvelous Nick Toys is the guy who discovered that candy dispenser and the one who sent the head to Dave Castle to be cast. So big thanks to Nick for that. And yeah, I think this is a much better looking head than the original head that comes with the 6-inch scale Yoda. Obviously it needs to be painted, but it's got some really nice hair texture on the back there. And from what I don't own the Black Series Yoda, but from what I can remember, there's not much in the way of any kind of hair texture on the back. You do see a little bit of the seam from the mold and where it was connected, the little nub there, but that's easily sanded. You know, these are for customizers, so if you don't know how to paint, then you know, if you can't trim off little details like that with your X-Acto, then you probably shouldn't be buying head casts to begin with. But yeah, I think this turned out really well. You can see all the lines under his eyes, the neck, the lines in his neck, and plenty of space there for a peg for widening it to fit on. I don't know what the peg is like on the Black Series Yoda, but yeah, you shouldn't have any problems widening that out. And very, very nice material that Dave uses to cast these. I've had head casts from several different customizers or head cast makers in the past, and some head casters use a very brittle clear material, and I would be afraid of the ears cracking or snapping off on if it was a cheaper material. But this is a very, very nice material. It's just as good, if not better, than what you would get from the factory at Hasbro. So very, very nice head cast, and yeah, I think this looks great. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Here we have the Spider-Boy head cast. I think the original head came from a DCUC Robin or Nightwing. I'm not a big DC person, so I'm not exactly sure. what DC character. I think it's one of the Batman sidekicks, but very nicely done goggles, you know, in the Spider-Man type of eyes that John Papasergio molded on there. They look very good, very accurate to Spider-Boy, I guess. Not that familiar with the character, but the cast itself turned out really well. You can see all the texture in the hair, very nice, and yeah, the ears turned out really well. Nothing crooked or oddly shaped. You can, you know, not any extra material in the ear canal, which is nice. And yeah, I think the mouth turned out well. Plenty of material to, I think, on most of the head pegs for Marvel Legends, those will fit on nicely. So without having to do any modifications with a Dremel, I was able to just pop that head right onto the figure, the Spider-Man Pizza Parker body here, and I think it looks perfectly in scale for that body, the head does. And yeah, it just pops right on. You know, I would assume that you own a Dremel if you're going to be painting this head, but I think you would agree that that looks quite nice on that body mold. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and move on to the next item. Next up, keeping with the Spider-Man theme, we have Spider-Punk, and I think this turned out really nice. Again, I'm not that familiar with the character. These are characters that have recently appeared in the Spider-Verse comics, which are pretty popular right now. And this character apparently is a punk rocker, so he's got these spikes on the top of his mask, and I think those turned out really well. I know that John Papasergio, when he created the head, he used toothpicks and glued them onto a Spider-Man head, and then Dave cast it, and I think it turned out really nice. Pretty pointed spikes there, and at the end I will show all the heads painted so you can get a better look at you know, what the end product is going to be. But yeah, I think these look really nice, and let's see how it looks on a Spider-Man body. Alright, so here we have Spider-Punk, and I did have to Dremel the head a little bit to get it to fit on there, but that was pretty painless actually. So yeah, I think that looks quite good. Let me know what you guys think. And with that, let's move on to the last one. Last but not least, we have the Norman Osborn head sculpt, and this is the one I was most interested in. Very cool. I really like the way this turned out. I think this is from a DCUC character, but I don't know which one. I think it's from a Lex Luthor, so please correct me if I'm wrong. I'll have to check with John Papasergio on that. But I think he did a really good job with the hair, the cornrows, and just the you know, the receding hairline with the widow's peak. Everything looks really nice. There are a couple of areas that definitely need to be deepened with your X-Acto knife, which, you know, if you are used to dealing with head casts, then that's not a big deal. There on the bottom, you can see it gets a little bit flat, and on the back it gets a little flat as well. And I don't know if that was from John's original sculpt or the casting process, but you know, the lines are there. They just are a little bit muddy, but nothing that you can't fix with an X-Acto knife. And I think when it's painted, you're not really going to notice it nearly as much. You know, it's supposed to be hair, and hair is not perfectly symmetrical anyway. So yeah, I really like the expression that they went with. We have the crazy open mouth Norman Osborn from the Green Goblin. So it's nice to have more, you know, subtle looking expression on his face. So let's go ahead and put this on a suited body, since my Green Goblin and my Iron Patriot are in storage at the moment. But that way you can at least get a up close comparison of what it looks like on a suited body. Alright, so here we have the Norman Osborn head sculpt on a suited body. This is the Agent Coulson body from the 3-pack, the Toys R Us exclusive 3-pack. It's also the same body for Bruce Banner, except that has a different shirt, no tie, and Chameleon will also be on this body as well. So yeah, I think this turned out really nice. From the side, I did have to do quite a bit of Dremel work to get that peg to fit in that hole, but for the most part it was the majority of the material was there, or was already Dremeled out. But you know, from the side it does stick out a little bit, but I'm kind of glad that's a little bit bigger than smaller, because you might want to put this on the Green Goblin or the Iron Patriot body, and I don't know what the size is going to look like on those, but I think it's a nice happy medium of all three of those body molds for use on any one of them. Alright, let's get them all lined up and get the photos and details about the giveaway. Okay, here's how the giveaway is going to work. First, you must be subscribed to my channel, and then you must be in the continental United States or be willing to pay for international shipping if you are outside of the continental United States. And then third, you must leave a comment below, and your comment must include 3 of my top 10 favorite Marvel characters. Now, if you need any clues, then I would highly suggest going back and watching my haul videos and or reviews of Marvel Legends. That should give you some insight. So I'm going to write down my top 10, and you need to guess what 3 of them are, and leave those in the comments below, and whoever gets 3 of them correct first will be the recipient of these 4 head sculpts. I am not going to paint them, but they will fit on most Marvel Legends, the newer Marvel Legends pegs already, so if you don't have a Dremel, you should be okay for the most part. I don't know about Yoda because I don't own that figure, so you're kind of on your own as far as that goes. But anyway, with that, hopefully you like the review, you share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.